That's possible now in Germany. And you know, German universities don't have fees, they're free.
Really?
Yes, it's not like many other countries where you
program. So how is your trip to Sylhet, and what was the main purpose of this trip?
Well, you know, I want to travel to all regions in Bangladesh because I want to really get to know deeply your country. And I remember I had a meeting. I had several meetings with your Prime Minister, and in one meeting I asked her, what is the, you know, where can I find the true Bangladesh? Okay. And then your Prime Minister advised me, you should travel to the rural areas and the smaller towns and villages, because there you can find
real story,
the spirit and soul of Bangladesh. Okay. And then I thought that's a good advice, I will do that. So I have been traveling to different parts, and now I'm in Sylhet, which is a very beautiful district. I met the Deputy Commissioner this morning, and he explained to me about the economic potential of Sylhet and the history of Sylhet. Then this afternoon I had a very nice event together with the Member of Parliament, Mr. Rahman Manik.
Yeah.
And we visited a school for 650 poor students, boys and girls. And this school was actually inaugurated by a Bangladeshi who emigrated to Germany, maybe more than 30 years ago. He became a successful businessman
over there
in Germany.
And
now he came back and wants to contribute to his home country.
That's right.
In his home district.
It's great.
And he built this school. So we had an event to commemorate this, and also to inaugurate a new vocational college.
We know that German investment in Bangladesh is increasing over time. Germany is playing vital role in Bangladesh development. I would like to know if there is any possibility of German investing in our tourism industry.
Well, thank you that you mentioned this. We believe Bangladesh has been doing extremely well, especially in the last few years. It's a tremendous success story. It's the fastest growing economy in Asia. And we would like to contribute to this. We have now maybe more than 70 German companies on the ground invested in Bangladesh. But we would like to have more companies coming here.
It's great.
And the tourism industry indeed is one of the major industries in the world. The tourism industry globally generates a huge amount of income and money. And indeed, Bangladesh has a great potential, because at the moment there's very little international tourism. You know, you could, but you need to build the infrastructure. Here in Sylhet, you could have tourists come in, do hiking tours in the hills and tea gardens, or to maybe have a homestay. Or even Germans would pay money to work in a tea plantation. Truly. You have Cox's Bazar. You have the Sundarbans. You have the big rivers. In Germany, we have big passenger boats which travel on the rivers, and the tourists sleep on the boats. You could have this here. And they would go up the Padma, Jamuna, or Ganges.
You know everything.
Yes. So I think you should invite German companies, tourism companies to come over
Okay.
and to show them the potential, and then maybe join up as a joint venture.
Okay. Thanks. Many talented students in Sylhet are keen to study in Germany, but they have some problem because they don't know about German language. Okay, so I would like to know if any course of learning German language will be taken in Sylhet.
Yes. Well, it's a good question. The number of students from Bangladesh
Yeah.
studying in Germany has been increasing the last few years. You know,
But language is a little bit
yes,
problem.
it was a problem, but now we offer in Germany more than several hundred
Okay.
postgraduate courses for MBA or doctorate
Okay.
in English language.
Oh, that's great.
So you could attend a German university and do your studies in English. That's possible now in Germany. And you know, German universities don't have fees, they're free.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's not like many other countries where you have to pay fees or very high fees. Even.
Yeah.
In Germany, even for foreign students, from first semester up to doctorate, PhD, there are no university fees. And here, even in Sylhet, you have the, is it the Shah Jalal
Shah Jalal University.
University?
Yeah.
They have a German language course.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, I don't know. Visa can apply from Sylhet to UK, Canada, Thailand, and India. My question is, do you have any plan to open a visa center, German visa center in Sylhet, or accepting visa application through BFS?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a. Well, you know, the UK and India and those
Canada.
countries you mentioned, they issue a huge number of visa.
Okay.
We are now maybe like something like 6,000 visa per year, and so we see the need. We see the need to accommodate larger numbers of visa seekers. So what we are planning to do next year is to open a visa office in Dhaka.
Okay.
VFA.
BFS.
DFS, yes. This is the first step. Up to now, you can have to apply for visa in the German embassy only. But because the numbers are increasing and we don't want people to wait so long, we said we will make a contract with VFS, and we will open a visa center in Dhaka the first half of next year. This is the first step. Then we'll see maybe in the next 2-3 years how do the numbers develop. Is there a bigger demand? Then we could look at other visa centers. So we will go step by step.
Okay, that's great. How do you see the development and progress of Bangladesh?
Well, you know, I was very much positively surprised. I must admit, when I went to school, I learned about Bangladesh being a poor country with flooding and cyclones and famines. And then we learned about the terrible crimes committed in 1971
Yeah.
and of course 1975 also. So when I came here now, I was surprised to see such a country which is so dynamic, moving ahead so quickly, right? Now moving into middle income. Of course, there are many problems. For a developing country moving from A to B, that many changes are necessary. So of course there are problems. That's completely normal. Every country went through the same experience. But I think Bangladesh has now the unique opportunity to achieve sustainable peace, security, and prosperity for all its people. It's a very, very special opportunity. And we in Germany would really like you to support you in this.
Thank you. My last question is about Rohingya crisis. How is your government seeing this crisis, and what needs to be done to get rid of it?
Well, we believe what was the crimes that were committed against the Rohingya were really among the most terrible crimes ever committed, and there needs to be accountability for these crimes, for sure. So we are very happy that the International Court of Justice has opened proceedings. The International Criminal Court is opening proceedings. That there was an independent investigative mechanism on Myanmar, was mandated by the United Nations Human Rights Council to investigate this. So, but I can assure you that Germany is looking very hard at first how to help Bangladesh in dealing with this situation, humanitarian help for refugees, assistance for the host communities affected. And secondly, we are looking at a sustainable solution, which has to be that most of these Rohingya people go back to their home. So I can tell you that the European countries, including Germany, in the European Union, have already put sanctions. We have begun to put sanctions on responsible people in Myanmar. I think the United States followed us later. And we are now thinking about additional sanctions on persons or maybe companies owned by the military, because we believe we need to move quickly now to help the Rohingya people, and also to free Bangladesh of this heavy burden also.
Yes, definitely. All right. I just study about German investment in Bangladesh. So I saw you invest over here, our electricity, textiles, and now you are doing e-passport.
Yes,
E-passport.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
great.
Yes.
And last year, I think 2018, you invest over here about 400 crore taka investing over here.
Right.
So it's time to time increasing.
Oh
So-
yes, we want to increase because your
Yeah.
economy is growing so quickly, and the first passports will be issued now in December.
Yeah, December.
Very soon.
Yeah, 28.
Very soon.
Our foreign
Yes,
minister.
the first passport, and then we start small because we have to test and train people.
Okay.
So we start with a few stations, and then we will increase quickly to a fully fledged service for everybody. This will be the most modern passport in the world.
Okay.
Most modern. And then Siemens has been here for 62 years. Siemens.
Okay.
They've been building electricity, power lines.
Power line, yeah.
They have medical care. Siemens has been a partner for Bangladesh even before independence. It's one of the best the companies which has been longest working in Bangladesh.
And the waste management. I think you are doing something in our country like waste management.
That's right, yes. I think that's an important issue. Waste management is something that needs to be done urgently. And we must remember that waste can also be a resource.
Yeah, it's recycling.
You can recycle it, you
Yeah.
can make money with it. There are many things you can do with it. And I hope that we will have a much better cooperation on this issue.
So, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. It was
for
my
your
pleasure.
interview.
Thank you very much.
And you give us time.